Hello, how is everyone doing? This is second week of January 2020. So far, so good. Kind of bizarre, fake or faux winter here, where it looks, if you look out the window, it looks like, oh, well, it must be cool. It could snow, and then you go outside, it's 75 degrees and humid. Kind of sucks, actually. Not that I want 10 degrees, but it is what it is. I noticed something online in looking at some watches I really admire recently, and I'm not, first of all, not at all suggesting that one brand is taking extreme cues from another in their design and all that kind of thing. But I've always thought that the FP Journe Chronometra Blue is, if you were to pin me down, I would probably say that is, and I could only have one watch, but it could be something really nice. I might pick it. I think it's incredible. I think it's beautiful in many ways. I've held one in my hand, put it on. It's even better when you see it live. So anyway, incredible watch. I hope they keep making them, right? I think the retail was in the mid to high 20s, might even started around 20,000. They're selling for like, I think twice that, and they're hard to find, kind of like a Patek deal, Patek Nautilus Rolex deal with the supply and demand and what have you. So incredible watch. Anyone that's aware will probably not argue with that. So I was also looking at a brand that I really admire recently, and kind of never really took the time to look back at the history and stuff of the IWC Portuguese line. And apparently the line went back to the 30s, where they, I don't want to get into too deep here, but the original designs of the IWC Portuguese came from the late 1930s, and that was one of the actual watches. If you go to their website, you can look up the history of the IWC Portuguese, also known as Portuguese line, right? So anyway, I'm looking at this IWC Portuguese, and I believe the model number is IW5454-01. They came out, I believe, in 2008 as might be a tribute, 150-year tribute to the original, something along those lines. And I might be wrong on the timing there. Let's see, 1930. I think my math is all screwed up. So anyway, it came out in 2008, right? And I just couldn't help but feel like there's some similarities here. Yes, of course, FP Journe is known for the hands, unique hands, the font, the off-center sub-seconds. And then IWC's watch here is really very much paying a very close respect to the original, right, from 1939. But you look at the outer track, the inner ring, and then the sub-seconds, it's just like, man, those watches really remind me of each other. And I wouldn't buy a watch just because it reminded me of another. Actually, many people, including myself, have made that mistake time and time again. But I really like this. It's a black dial, but when you see one live, they play with the light and can look blue quite often. Had that effect with we used to have a IWC Portofino that did that. It often looked like a blue dial, but it was black, just the way it reflected the light. So anyway, this is a 44 millimeter, but it's very thin. It's, I think, 10 millimeters ish, and it has this really nice exhibition back with a in-house movement that is pretty much based off the original pocket watch movement that was in the original version from the 1930s. So anyway, I'm excited to get this one in tomorrow, and I'll do a live video to show you. I just think I typically, I'm trying just to, when I acquire a watch, I'm just trying to acquire what I like and forget about this what you should buy and what you should like stuff. I just really like this one. Talk to you tomorrow. Out.